Okay, right. See, alerts. See, what is this alert? Alert is something like it's a kind of like browser pop-up, which is implemented in the JavaScript, which is implemented in the JavaScript. See, alert is a small pop-up box that appears in the browser to show a message to the user. What is alert? It's a small pop-up box. It is a small pop-up box that appears in the browser to show a message to the user. Example, you have taken one form. There you are trying to fill the details like first name, last name, address, age. Like this, it is providing some fields. You are filling it. Without filling one mandatory field, you are trying to clicking on the submit button. On that application, it is showing one kind of a message box. It is showing, okay, so and so field is missing, please fill that. Like that, you are getting the message on that box. So that is called alert. Alert is a small pop-up box that appears on the browser to show a message to the user. See, these alerts are implementing in the form of JavaScript. So whenever people are implementing the web page as part of the validations purpose on the HTML, they are including this JavaScript code. The alerts are implementing with the JavaScript code. See, we have three types of alerts. We have three types of alerts. Types of alerts. One is simple alert. One is simple alert. And the second thing is confirmation alert. Confirmation alert. And third one is prompt box or prompt alert or prompt dialog, you can say. It's a confirmation dialog. This you can say it's a simple alert or simple dialog. Simple alert dialog. So generally we have these three types of alerts. Whenever it is showing like a pop-up box, in that we have three types. One is a simple alert. Simple alert means a pop-up box with the OK button. What about confirmation dialog? Again, it is a pop-up box with OK and cancel buttons. What about like prompt dialog? Prompt dialog is also a confirmation dialog. On that dialog, you will have something like a text box. Okay, we will see what are all the different types of alerts, okay, on the application. Okay, so these are all the three different types of alerts. One is a simple alert, and the second thing is confirmation dialog, and third one is prompt dialog. So these are all the three different kind of alerts. So how to handle in the Playwright? Okay, right. So first let me explain the concept, then we will see practically on the application. Note, whenever application is showing alert on the browser, by default Playwright handles the alerts. Default Playwright handles alerts. Default Playwright handles alerts. This is the default behavior. Default Playwright handles alerts. If Playwright handles default alerts, then what is the point of discussion, this concept? That is your question. By default, Playwright handles alerts. Okay, that scenario also we will see. Without handling alert code, by default, Playwright, it handles the alerts. That scenario also we will execute. But now, if Playwright handles alerts, then why we need to handle separate? Assuming that there is a OK button and cancel button. By default, the Playwright, it is clicking on the OK button. That means by default, it is accepting the dialog. Then if my requirement is I want to click on the cancel button, then what happens? Again, you need to handle it. You need to handle it. I told you there is a third option is prompt dialog. On the prompt dialog, there is a text box. In that text box, I want to enter a text like Premchand, or I want to enter text like Playwright. By entering the Playwright, with that Playwright, I want to process it. By default, Playwright, it won't handle this kind of things. If alert is showing on the browser, default, it is clicking on the accept button. That means default, it is clicking on the OK button. Other than that, remaining things and all, it won't take care. So to control the behavior, to control the application behavior, or to control the browser behavior, we need to handle it separately. Default Playwright handles alerts. How it is going to handle? Whether it is a simple alert or confirmation dialog or prompt dialog, by default there is a OK button is there. So it is clicking on OK, only clicking on OK button. What about if my requirement is cancel button? If I want to click on cancel button, then it won't take care. Then in that case, as an automation test engineer, we have to implement the code under. Okay. So now the concept is how to handle alerts. How to handle alerts in the Playwright. See, to handle to handle alerts in the Playwright, we are using something like page.on. We are using something like page.on. So what is this page.on? This page.on, it is basically, it is a, you can say, it is event listener. Event listener. What is this event listener? Okay. So page.on, that method is basically it is an event listener under. Okay. Right. See what happens. This page.on. It is used to listen for events happening on the page. See the syntax. What is the syntax of this page.on? The syntax of page.on is this one. Page.on, here event, and here you are going to write one more callback function to handle the alerts. This is the syntax, page.on event, and then callback function you are going to implement. It is used to listen for events happening on the page. So basically it is a event listener. Basically it is a event listener. So what is meant by event listener? Whenever events are happen, it is going to identify. Once it is identified, then it is going to perform the action by using this callback function. Okay, so in the simple language, hey Playwright, when this event happens, run this function. So which function? Whatever you are writing under the callback function, execute that function. That is the meaning of that. So here, what kind of event it is going to trigger as part of the alert? See, as part of the alerts, the event name is dialog. Here, all the alerts are treated as dialogs. So the event name is dialog. The event name is dialog. Event name is dialog. So here you are going to write page.on within the quotes dialog, and then you are implementing callback function. Okay, so whenever the event is triggered, it is notified. Okay, whenever this is event is triggered, so then you can handle it by using this callback function. So to handle the alerts, we are using this page.on concept. Okay, right. So now what is my doubt is, what is the meaning of listen for events? What is the meaning of listen for events? What is the meaning of this listening for events? See, listening for events means waiting for something to happen. And when it happens, do something. First, what is an event? An event is just something that happens. Example, you are clicking on a button. An alert pop-up is showing. Or suddenly a file gets downloaded. Or a page finishes loading. All these are all the events. An event is just something that happens, either showing an alert or clicking on the button. Whenever you are clicking on the button or whenever you are doing some action on the element, behind there is some event is triggering under. Okay, so imagine you are telling to your mom, if the cooker whistles, call me. You are not starting at the cooker, right? You are not looking at the cooker handle. You are just waiting. When it whistles, she calls you. So that waiting plus reacting is equal to listen for an event. Okay. In the simple language, to understand it, you tell your mom, if the cooker whistles, call me. That is what you are telling it. But you are not staring at the cooker handle. You are just waiting it. When it whistles, she calls you. Right? So that waiting plus after waiting, whatever you are doing the action. So that is equal to listening for an event. Okay. So here you are saying, hey playwright, if an alert appears, tell me. When it appears, I'll do some actions. You are not checking again and again. You are just listening. You are just listening. Okay. In one line definition, listening for event means waiting for something to happen and react when it happens. You are waiting for the event. If event is triggered, then go and do the actions. Okay, right. Okay, so to handle the alerts, here what you're doing? Here what you're doing? You are handling by using this callback function. You are handling by using this callback function. Okay, right. So let me show the applications. Copy. This is an application. Right. See here, for the demo point of view, I am showing all the three kinds of alerts. See, this is the button. As soon as you are clicking on this button, the pop-up is showing like this. See, until you handle this pop-up, you will not be able to proceed further. You need to handle it. Whenever alert is showing on the application, you must handle it. But by default, the playwright internally it handles the OK button. Internally it handles. But what about like if it is showing different kind of buttons on this alert? By default, it handles this OK. Assuming that there is a cancel and there is some kind of text boxes. There are different kind of elements are there on the alert. It won't consider. Internally, it handles only the OK button. So how would you control the browser behavior if I want to click on the cancel or something else? That's why you need to use this page.on concept. So page.on is basically it is an event listener. So using this page.on, you are handling the alerts. Whenever something, an event is triggering, to handle that event, we are using this callback function inside it. Okay. Now see, if you see this application, this is a simple alert. Simple alert means this is a pop-up dialog and it contains only OK button. Then what about like confirmation? Click on it and see here it is showing like OK and cancel. This is confirmation. And what about like prompt? See, this is also confirmation dialog plus extra you have some text boxes. This is called prompt. This is called prompt. Okay, right. So how to handle these alerts? Okay, so by default, Playwright handles alerts. Okay, now if you see this official documentation, search for the alerts. By default, dialogues are auto-dismissed by Playwright. Internally, Playwright, it handles alerts. So you don't have to handle them. When by default, if you want to click on the OK button, internally it is going to take care for you. You need not to write separate code under. But if you want to handle in different way, or let's say if I want to click on cancel, or if I want to handle some kind of text boxes and then click on OK. So this kind of things. So to control the browser behavior, that time you need to handle this alert symbol. However, you can register a dialog handler before the action that triggers the dialog either. Okay, we will discuss these points. Okay, so now what I want is how the playwright is handling the alerts. Go to file, open folder, February 6th. Let me create a file called alerts.spec.ts. Go to this package.json, copy, alerts, alerts. Okay, right. Clear. So let us have the scenario. The scenario is the first one. Without writing page.on, how Playwright is handling the alerts. So handling simple alert. See, first I'm trying to open the application. So I'm trying to clicking on the button. Which button? This one. Right click, inspect. See, this is the button. On click is equal to JS alert. Right now it contains an attribute called on click and JS alert. Okay, you know that. Use double dollar. Okay, so within the square bracket, on click is equal to this one. Perfect. So it is highlighting this button. It is highlighting this button. Okay, right. Okay, so I am taking this CSS selector for identifying this button. So normally whenever you are clicking on this button, it's showing this pop-up. It handles OK. Okay, after clicking on it, I'm trying to verify you successfully clicked on the alert. This is the message I want to verify it. So how do I get this message? How to get the text of this message? I need to first identify this text
element.
element. Inspect. Okay, so I think it contains ID. So with this ID, I can identify. So using this locator, I'm going to get the text of this element. So how to get the text of the element? How to get the text of the element?
When we click on the
I'm saying what
pop-up,
I'm
okay.
asking is how to get
The
the
text
text of,
content.
huh?
Text content method by
Right.
Text
using
content.
text content
So
method.
you can use either text content or inner text.
Yes.
You are identifying with this locator, I mean with this element information. Once you identified, I need to get the text. So for that, you are using text content or inner text.
Yes.
Okay. So once you get that text is equal to this message or not. That is what I'm trying to verify as part of this scenario. So now here, I'm clicking on this button. Now see, I'm getting the result. I'm getting the result. ID is equal to result. So with this result, I'm identifying this element. I'm getting the text. Alert message is equal to. So just I'm identifying the text. Sorry, I'm identifying the element. To verify the element text, no need to write dot text content and all. So in the assertion statement, there is a method called to have text. There is a method called to have text. So to have text is verifying what is your expected message. That is what you can write. The same thing you can also write it in another way. This is direct method. What is that direct method? To have text. This is direct method. There is another method called alert message. See here, directly you can write like this. Await dot. There is a method called text content. Right? This text content is equal to verify the message. I'm trying to verify exact message. There is a message called to be. So this is also you can use it. This is a direct method to have text. So this is alert. That means this is element. This element text is equal to this one or not. To verify that, there is a method called to have text. There is a method called to have text. So this is method. And what about another way? So here I am getting the text of the element. So by using this text content. So here I'm getting the text content. Using text content, what I'm getting? I'm getting the result in the form of string. That string is equal to this one or not. So for that, there is a method called to be. To be means exact values are same or not. That is what it is trying to verify. Okay. So you can use to have text or you can use this one. Anything is fine. Okay. Right. npm run alerts. See how Playwright is internally it handles. Perfect. Assuming that if I'm giving some wrong message, you are expecting this one, but you are getting this. So to be method. Okay. So here, since the alert is showing like OK button, by default, it is clicking on the OK button, it handles the code. Okay. Any doubts up to this? Okay. See here, I'm giving the code. Just take copy. It is going to end in less than minute. The meeting is going to end in less than minute. Copy that message and try. By default, Playwright handles code. Which one? Alerts. So by default, Playwright handles alerts. You did not handle alert separately. Internally, whenever alerts is showing, internally it is going to take care for you. By default, it is clicking on OK button. Right. So now, suppose if I want to handle the code, how to write it? So what is the syntax of the page.on? So page.on, this is the syntax you will write it. Page.on. Okay, let us take the description. Let's say you will write like this, page.on. Inside this page.on, the first is event. So here I'm just writing dialog. All alerts are considered as dialog. The event name is dialog. And the second thing is callback function, right? So to write the callback function, here again you are going to write one more arrow function. One more arrow function. So inside, whatever the operations you are performing, all the operations are asynchronous operations. So here you are writing async. To write the callback function, we are writing one more arrow function. So inside all the operations are working in the asynchronous nature. To handle it, we are using this async keyword. Okay, so here you are going to write different kind of methods. Let's say this total dialog, that means whatever you are seeing that alert dialog is going to capture in one object variable. Let's say here I'm giving name as dialog. See, you can give either X or Y or Z or some kind of like dialog name or alert, whatever you like it. So the total dialog object is captured in this variable. That means this is a dialog object. On this dialog object, you are performing different kind of actions. Let's say here you are writing dialog dot. There is a method called accept. So what it is doing? It is clicking on
OK button.
OK button. If I want to click on cancel button, there is a method called dismiss. It is trying to click on cancel button. I want to get the message of the alert. I want on the alert, there is a text is showing. I want to get that message. Dialog dot message. Here you are getting dialog message. If I want to get the type, whether it is a simple alert or confirmation alert or prompt, there is a method called dialog type. So here you will get type of alert you will get. You will get type of alert. Next, on the prompt, there is a text box, right? So on the text box, if I want to enter, see, normally on the alert, if you go and right click, you won't see inspect element option. You cannot identify the element information on the alert. Then how to enter the text in the text box? See here, dialog dot same method, accept method only. On that accept method, there you are giving text. Let's say here I'm giving something like playwright or whatever you want to give. So based on this playwright, I want to click on it. After entering the playwright, it is performing the accept button. That means it is clicking on the OK button. So with this playwright, it is going to process it. That means this accept method is overloaded. That means this is one way they have implemented. This is one way. So implementing same method more than once with the different parameters. That is called method overloading. In the earlier case, just it is trying to clicking on it. Now in this case, before clicking on it, I want to enter the text also. So that's why accept. But the dismiss method, it is not allowed to take the text and all, because the dismiss method is designed for the cancel. When it is trying to cancel it, then what is the point of entering the text and all? That's why you don't see the text. That means the dismiss method is not overloaded. Accept method is over. Suppose on the prompt text box, by default on the text box, if any text is there, default text. If you want to get that, dialog dot default text, I think. Okay, so you will get default text. You will get default text. So these are all the different kind of actions which you are going to perform it after alert is appearing. To click on the accept, to click on the OK button, we are using accept method. Dismiss for cancel. To get the text of the alert, message method. To get the type of the alert, type method. To enter the text in the prompt, there is a method called accept. There you are entering the text. And here default text. To get the default text on the prompt. Okay, right. But here you are writing this page.on method before you try to perform the action on the element. See, normally how you are doing automation, you are trying to open the application there is a button. You are identifying the button and you are clicking on it. After clicking on it, it is showing alert. It is showing alert. Normally, you will handle the alert by using this. Normally, by using this page.on. This is the method you are trying to use it, right? This is normally you are writing, but what happened? This is suddenly an event is triggered on the application. You are clicking on the button. After clicking on button, something parallelly is triggering on the application or browser. So that means these two actions are happening parallelly. Clicking on button, showing the alert. These two actions are happening parallel. As soon as you are clicking on the button, immediately it is showing this alert. That means parallelly there is one more event is triggered. Until you handle that event, you are not allowed to move further. So that means these are all the two events are triggering parallelly. So whenever events are triggering parallelly, first you need to notify it before only. Example, why you need to write this code before? Why don't you write after? Because, see, in simple language to make it understand, you are telling your friend, if the phone rings, tell me. But if you're saying this word after phone rings, what will happen? Definitely, it is too late and you missed the call. Same thing happens in the Playwright also. You start listening. You are clicking on the button. Alert appears. Playwright catches immediately. That is a perfect solution. You are listening means you are waiting for the event to happen. Whenever the event is happened, you are ready to handle it. But if you are writing the code after that, like first you are writing clicking on the button, and after that if you are writing this page.on, you are clicking on the button, alert appears immediately, but you are not listening yet. You are not listening yet. I told you, right? Event is triggering under. That code you are writing after that, right? Event already happened. Playwright missed it. Your test will fail. See what happens if you write after that. What happens? You will see practically also. Okay. See, another example. Imagine traffic light turns green for 2 seconds. If you close your eyes and open after 3 seconds, you missed it. That exactly what happens when you attach listener late. Alert appears very fast. JavaScript events happen instantly. If listener is not ready at that moment, event is gone. Playwright cannot go back in time and catches it. Okay. So in simple statement, we write page.on before the action to make sure we start listening before the event happens. Otherwise, the event may occur before the listener is attached and that test will fail. I told you, you are clicking on the button. As soon as you are clicking on the button, something is triggering or something is happening parallelly on the application. These two events are happening parallelly. As soon as you are clicking on this button, you should notify, okay, there is something is happened and all. When something is happened, you should handle it. If you don't notify it, what happened? The trigger is, event is already triggered and it is not able to handle it. Definitely test case will fail. And okay. So that's why if you say this, you are trying to open the application. Okay, page.on. This is a dialog. And you are writing one more callback function. And see, here I am writing alert message, dialog.message. Dialog.message means it is getting the text of the message. And here it is getting the type, what type. So since it is a simple alert, you will get simple alert. And here you are clicking on the acceptable. That means you are clicking on the OK button. And this is the button action you are writing after that. As soon as you are clicking on this button, you must notify it, notifying the alert. If it is notified, then it is going to handle this. If you write this statement, after that, what happened? Okay, we'll see. Let us execute. See, alert message is, I'm a JavaScript alert. What is the alert type? It's a simple alert. It's a simple alert. So simple, it won't show like simple alert. It is showing like alert. Okay. Okay. Suppose if you write the same code after this, now see, your test case is passed. Okay. That means internally by default, it handles the code, but you are not able to see these messages. That means what happened? This event is not triggering after that. See here, I need to get the alert message, alert type, all those things under it's not showing under. Internally by default, it is handled by the alert. This code is not executing. Assuming that, okay, in this application, you don't have like cancel. Okay, let us see another example. Okay, so this code is not executing. That means it is not printing this dialog message, dialog type, all those things. Right? Copy and sending to you. The simple alert. Let's take confirmation. Confirmation dialog means here you have OK and cancel. See, let me execute. Concept is same. See, test dot only. So here you are trying to open the application. See, this is the dialog. This is the button. Which button? This one. This is the button. Now I am clicking on OK. Now this is the message I am trying to verify. You clicked on OK. Now here alert message, console dot alert message, alert type, clicking on OK. If you don't write this code, by default, internally it is clicking on OK button only by Playwright. And then you can verify these statements as usual. But if I'm trying to clicking on the cancel button, okay, first let us execute this code. Okay, see here you are getting alert message as I am a JavaScript confirmation, and this is a confirmation dialog. Okay, suppose if I want to click on cancel, same. See here you are getting alert message. This time you are clicking on dismiss button. So clicking on it, I'm trying to clicking on cancel. So here you clicked cancel. That is what I'm trying to verify. Okay. So all these things are, it's common for everyone. Okay. So first let us execute. Okay. So now what I'm doing is I'm trying to cut the code and paste it after this. Now what happened? Actually, this code is not at all executing, because by default it is taken care by the Playwright. By default, this code is taken care by Playwright. And this block is not at all executed. That's why your test case is passed under. See, I'm not seeing this alert message. I'm not see if it is trying to clicking on dismiss. Okay, whether it is clicking on dismiss or something, I don't know. But here it's clicking on okay, cancel. It's clicking on cancel button, but here okay, I think it's clicking on cancel only. But the thing is, these messages are not executing, especially these messages, because for that, whenever to handle this kind of messages, to handle these messages and all, this event must be notified before only. That's why these two messages are not executing. It is ignoring. I don't see any kind of message like alert message or uh, like other things.
Prem, I have a doubt here. Can I, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Prem, without clicking on that button, how does the playwright know that that is a normal alert or a confirmation alert? So while clicking,
See, here it is clicking on this dismiss. That's why here you are verifying, right? You clicked on the cancel, right?
no, starting after opening the application URL, right? While clicking on some button, only we can come to know which alert that, right? But before, how come it knows that which type of alert?
Which one? This one. See, that's what. See, this code you must write before. See, that means what happened as soon as you are clicking on the button, there is parallelly one event triggered is happening, right?
Yes.
So that whenever the trigger is happening, immediately you need to handle those code and all. So for that, this alert message, alert type, all those things and all, it's a part of the event and all. If you write like this, okay, simply it is clicking on it. But those are not considering because it is unable to identify this event and all. That means you are handling these events after playwright is identified. So that's why, see, for the clicking point of view, it is clicking on it. But the thing is, whenever it is trying to get the alert message or alert type or other messages and all, those things and all you won't see. That's why you are not able to see these messages and all. You will see other messages also, the same kind of situation. For the clicking point of view, it is okay. It is trying to clicking on it. But the other messages point of view, so since the events are already triggered and later you are handling it, these messages are not printing under. Okay. Now see, if you write this code after this page dot on, now perfectly it handles. Getting?
Yes.
Okay. Similarly, for the prompt also the same thing. What is the prompt? See, here I am getting the alert message. I am getting the alert type. And see, there is a text box, right? On the text box, if any default text is there, I am getting alert default value. Okay, alert default value. And see, on that text box, if I want to enter the text, here I am using accept method. Now, if you see this syntax, accept and see, this is a text you are entering in the form of string under. And with the question mark symbol, it is showing. What is the meaning of that? This parameter is optional parameter. Depends upon your requirement, you are going to provide it. Now, in my case, it is required. That's why I'm entering playwright under playwright or whatever the text you would like it. So this optional parameter, this is optional parameter. That's why it is showing with question marks. Okay. And you are clicking it as usual. See, I'm a JavaScript prompt. The alert type is prompt and the default value is nothing. Because on the application, it's not showing any text and all. So that's why it is empty. So here you entered null. The same thing you are trying to verify. Right? Okay. Let's say, sorry. If you write this code, after clicking on button. See, in the normal case, you are clicking on it and after that you are handling it. But what happened as soon as you are clicking on it, there is something triggered on the browser, a parallel event. So whenever these parallel events are showing like this, first you must notify it. That means you are waiting for that event to be appear. As soon as event is appeared, immediately you need to handle it. That's why you need to write the code before only. Similarly, you are going to see handling windows and tabs also. There also you are seeing the same kind of situation. And you are trying to download a file. There also you are seeing the same kind of situation. So all these are all the events. When events are triggered parallelly to the actions, you need to first notify it. What happened? And see, you are trying to enter Playwright, but by default, it's simply just clicking on OK button. That's it. It is not considering what is the text you are trying to enter and all. So that's why it is you are getting as a null, but you have given Playwright. Simply clicking on OK button, it is not considered whatever the text you have given under. And what about other messages? The other messages also not showing under. The other messages also not showing. Okay, assuming that you did not give anything. And okay, so forget about this message. Now see, nothing is showing. So all the messages. That's why you need to write this code before. You enter Playwright. Think. Right. That's it. Similarly, for cancel anyway, that it does not contain overloaded method. Test dot only. So if you're trying to execute, So alert is simply it's canceling, right? So this dismiss method, now see this dismiss method, it is not showing any kind of prompt text or something else because you are canceling the operation. Then what is the point to enter the text? That's why this method is not overloaded. Okay. So like this. Okay. So now I'm trying to execute all the scenarios in the single shot. So this is how you need to handle the alerts concept. Right. Any doubts? Okay. So tomorrow we'll discuss about how to handle frames concept. Again, it's a small topic only.